Bunch of propaganda, that is. Go tar sands.
It sounds so dirty. Tar sands?
Tar is as dirty as it gets.
Well, no matter what, they're not going to come right out and say, we're destroying the planet, we're sorry, we'll try harder. A lot of residents near the tar sands can no longer drink their own tap water. There are plenty of nearby communities where the water is now toxic. This has to stop. Still, the majority of us are dependent on big oil.
So I think you should focus on all the issues surrounding the tar sands and how big oil companies are just destroying the environment.
I plan to write about the damage being done to our environment without any consideration to the future. I don't plan on leaving anything out.
It's like we're sitting ducks.
As I've already said, with today's technology, it takes 4 barrels of water to produce a single barrel of oil. Now, we are well aware of the problem, and we are doing what we can to correct it. In the meantime, that water has to come from somewhere. We regret the effect this has on wildlife populations and their habitats. We are looking at possible programs to relocate the species most affected. In the meantime, however, people keep demanding more oil. If anyone here has a better idea, I would love to hear it. No comment. Next question, please.
So how are you going to write the article?
I'm going to follow Mr. McBride's lead and write it up like it should be. The oil sands are good for us. They help us. Sure, there are some things left to figure out.
Lots.
Not as much as some, the environmentalists have us believe. If it was just a giant environmental disaster, somebody would have put a stop to it. There are plenty of laws out there that govern how companies treat the environment.
I heard they had to replant trees or something like that.
Yeah, I did some research and they're obliged to replant any forest they destroy while they're working.
Could be worse.
Could be. That's why we need to take advantage and invest in the oil sands now, so we can free ourselves of foreign oil.
Tailings ponds are essentially holding tanks for the waste produced by the process of separating the oil from the sand. This waste contains water mixed with sand, clay, arsenic, mercury, and other chemicals. So obviously we can't take that water and just pump it back into the Athabasca River. The various components in the waste require some time to separate. So we redirect the wastewater into these tailings ponds where the separation can occur naturally. Now, unfortunately, this process takes about 150 years. The law in Alberta requires that companies operating in the tar sands keep their waste in these tailings ponds and out of the groundwater. The ponds are lined, but some of the wastewater leaches back into the river because of the natural process of the shifting that happens to the foundations of the dikes. This is unavoidable. Again, we're working on the problem. Well, Dr. O'Connor has been accused of creating problems where there are none. It's my understanding that he has had complaints filed against him by 3 Health Canada physicians, and that he is still under investigation by the Alberta College of Physicians and Surgeons. I'm not a doctor, so it's really not my area of expertise. In any case, I believe Dr. O'Connor has retired and no longer practices medicine. That's all the time I have to answer questions today. I'd like to thank you all and wish you a good day.
I think the key is to try and unspin or untangle the web of spin that's around the issue.
So you think you can write this without being biased one way or the other?
I don't know.
Hopefully, each person will make up their own mind when the time comes.
Yeah, but it's hard to make the right choice when you only have half of the facts.
And that concludes this evening's broadcast. Tune in tomorrow for a special report on a new beverage that's been all the rage. Called Fuel, it's been selling out across the nation. Until then, this is Lee Hawkins signing out. Thanks and have a great night.
Remember a time when things felt brighter, clearer, slower. A time when you were free to get from there to here however you wanted, and not worry about it. True Blue. Clean now, cleaner tomorrow. Together.